Nice. Okay. All right, back in.
We're
So
back.
next up, we got, these are the, this tier is playoff contenders, which I mean, Adam Jones
Contains
is
2 contenders and one fraud, but we'll get there.
All right, we got Chris up next.
Yeah, and I will say going into it, my only gripe is that you've got me dead last in this and yourself in first in this one.
Look, it's a difference of
Listen,
like 15 points.
Russell Wilson.
Big friggin' babies.
Russell Wilson, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Diggs, Godwin, McLaurin, DK,
That wide receiver core is
Ridley.
disgusting.
That's a nice.
It's
Henry.
the best wide. It's the best wide receiver core in the league.
Yeah,
Easily. He can
He's
only
got Burns,
start
he's got Reddick,
4 of
who's a
them.
DE now.
He can only start 4 of them, and
And I
that
will.
means he's sitting Jacobs or Jones. There's only so many guys you can start, man.
Yeah, but when you have a receiving core like that, I mean, honestly, what's Jacobs or Jones going to give you that either of the other 3 receivers outside of DK Metcalf can't give you?
Yeah,
Or Stephon Diggs. So.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
I'm just saying that there's only so much you can start, and then the other positions ain't that strong. Like the defense needs work, right? So, and like the defense does matter.
Yeah, but he's got a strong starter at each position, I would say.
And I think you undervalued a few of the defenders, but that's subjective, so I'll give
Yeah.
it to you. But
Well,
like
but
Brian
you
Burns,
did put Jamar Chase on the same level as, was it McLaurin?
McLaurin, yeah.
Yeah,
That seems a bit off for this season.
I
Long term, I mean, I would
I'm not a
trade.
huge McLaurin believer.
I mean,
Like,
me either, but he keeps doing
my
it.
ranks, like they're not set in stone, man. So yeah, if you
Fair
think
enough.
Chris should be higher, okay. I'm not married to it, man.
No,
to your
and
point, it is in the same tier.
Yeah.
Though,
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
my point, he should have been in the lower tier. So
wait, I should have been in the lower tier. Or he should have been.
no, Sean should have been in the lower.
okay.
We'll see. We'll see when his
Yeah,
team
okay,
name is decided for next season.
All right, man.
No, but to your point, Sean, there is a little bit of specifically some depth that I think I could be stronger at, specifically running back and quarterback on the offensive side. I generally like my defensive depth, but there's I've got some question marks with a few guys that are just they are what they are.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The Danny Trevathans of the world.
yeah. I mean, he'll
but-
be solid.
But I like the Demario Davis, Jerome Baker. Those guys are proven to be well.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think
Who-
Demario, I still had him super high. I get defense. I don't know. Maybe my numerical assignments were off, but again, like I said, I just went with gut. Like I didn't really, I didn't equation it out.
No, I understand.
You want like
Uh,
Derrick Henry for Stephon Diggs or DK?
Ding.
Hit me up.
Ding!
Rip
I'll even do J.K. Dobbins. I got like 6 running backs. You got like 6 wide receivers. Let's see what we could do here first.
Actually, that's
It's actually
not,
kind of smart.
That's not a bad call, really.
Yeah. That is not a bad call.
Uh,
But let's be honest, and we haven't talked about Corey's team. This is also the guy that has probably, if not, in my assessment, either the first or second best wide receiver group in the league
yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
he's
No, Corey's
still
Corey's
Go ahead.
Corey's team is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's I.
he's still got Jerry
Sorry.
Judy and Henry. He's got Jerry Judy and Henry Ruggs on his freaking taxi squad.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
They'll probably never get promoted from there.
So we want to move on from Chris's team, or
Yeah.
uh,
You didn't have much in the draft, did you, Chris?
I had 2 picks
Briar Boot.
actually.
oh yeah,
And I think I did pretty well with those 2. One was a 3rd round pick, one was a 5th round pick. I got
I do like Trayvon. That's good.
yeah.
really? I think he's
That's
gonna be
good
a
pick.
free safety, man.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
but you know though, in defensive these days, a free safety can get a lot of tackles. You know, everybody plays the dime or nickel, which means he can easily start as a rookie, he gets some time.
Oh, no,
And he's-
he's probably still, well, I don't know. They might have Carl Joseph back there to start, actually.
And
But,
he's
I
a ball hawk. That's the other thing.
yeah.
So
have about 5 rookie safeties ranked exactly the same. I had no idea which one to pick in any
It
draft,
wasn't
so
a
I just
great-
tried to diversify.
It wasn't a great safety class for IDP.
there's one guy who I think, and if we get to him in the draft, I'll discuss him. But there's one guy I think that's going to be a game changer from Corey's alma mater there from
All right.
UCF.
Mm, I
Oh,
like that guy.
All right, let's go on. Next team, the reigning champ, Kree Empire.
Gracie
Gracie.
Slade.
How did he win? He had it's not that the team's bad, but he had so many freaking injuries and still pulled it out, man. It blows my mind how he pulled that off.
It was a
Beat
COVID
my
year.
ass.
We blame it on the bubble.
Mine too.
Well, it was Josh Allen. It was a lot of
Josh
Josh
Allen.
It
Straight
was
up
Josh
fucked
Allen.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just injury riddled and still pulled it off.
Hey man, the use of a good quarterback comes in handy again. I'm telling you.
No,
And he had Tom Brady too. And let's not sleep on the season Tom Brady had either.
Yeah.
So
True.
yeah, but I mean, Tom Brady never started for this team. Josh Allen every week.
True.
his
Uh,
running back squad this year is just
yeah,
it hurts.
Well, he's got
Yeah.
Sanders, Trey Sermon.
If,
Could
if
be
Sermon
something.
or Moss take the job, it
Yeah.
looks a little better. I mean,
Yeah.
He has Singletary too, so like if someone runs away with the Buffalo job, but he's got Allen, wide receivers, and Kittle carrying him. That's what
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah.
going on. So
Yeah, but and that was about to say, in the case of Sermon, when's the last time Frisco team didn't go with the committee running back? Like who
It's-
was the last true number one running back that ran through Frisco?
Tom
Uh,
Rathman? No, I'm just kidding.
Frank Gore.
Yeah, Frank
right?
Gore.
Yeah, probably.
They actually
Yeah.
beat Frank Gore.
So
The wide
Trey
receiver
Sermon.
course solid, man. Mari Cooper, DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton.
Mhm.
It's nice. And like having Kittle, like when he's healthy. You got Chris
Right.
Jones, DeForest Buckner at defensive tackle. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Nelson Aguilar's got a chance. I mean, I think we all say that every year, like, oh, he's got a chance this year, but literally being the number one now in New England, I don't see anybody being above him.
Yeah, I got some
Both-
stock. I
both
got some
Jonnu
stock in
Smith
Aguilar.
and Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
He's good, Jonnu and Henry.
Yeah, but I
That's good.
mean, but otherwise, yeah, he's
Or
got
you're
a
on
good
mute.
team.
Yeah, this is solid around.
Patrick Queen and Kenneth Murray, and Shaq Barrett at linebacker is really solid.
Shaq Barrett is not, he is a rush linebacker mint. Look, rush linebacker is going to have like 3 or 4 just awesome game winning weeks, and the rest of the time, here's your 3 points.
But he's
Wait,
got
aren't
Zach
you-
Cunningham too. So
No,
Yeah,
Zach
he's got-
Cunningham eats up tackles, dude.
Wait, isn't
got
Kenneth Murray
Chin,
and Patrick
Queen.
Queen on the same team?
nah,
No.
Or what team's Kenneth Murray on?
This team.
Chargers.
Chargers.
Okay, sorry. thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and he's got Chin. Whatever they're doing with Keanu Neal in Dallas.
Hey, Jeremy Chin's a baller.
No, I
Yeah.
wasn't saying he was bad. No.
I was about to say,
Huh.
get that guy
He's
credit.
got him ranked the same as Buddha, so he likes Chin for
Yeah.
sure.
That guy's
Okay,
gonna eat
good,
up
good,
tackles,
good.
man.
And I was going to say
Absolutely.
he should probably be in that same tier of conversation we had earlier.
I think I got
Mhm.
him in the Derwin, Buddha, Jamal Adams tier.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's a good team, man. If he stays healthy, watch out.
Oh, he's a playoff team for sure. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about his chance to repeat, just because the guys that are above
Yeah.
him in the rankings are just that freaking solid. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
a
I
good.
mean,
All right, what about his draft?
what draft?
Yeah, I
Did he
mean,
have no picks?
no, he
He
did
took-
Oh, no, okay.
He had
yeah.
a bunch of late picks, basically.
put a lot of stock in running backs with Trey Sermon, with the Stevenson kid for New England.
That Khalil
and with-
Herbert. That was early for
Yep.
him.
Yep.
But yeah,
Oh, maybe I just assumed he had a bunch of late picks because I read which players he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, draft just kind of, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
He
There's some
drafted.
reaches. There are some reaches.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
but when
say
you know, at the spot where he was at, you know,
Yeah.
it's one of those get your guy situations. You know, if you believe in somebody, go for it.
Well, honestly, get
And-
Trey Sermon at 112. If we did the draft today, he's probably not lasting that long. He's
Yeah.
climbing
I've
up.
seen
No,
Sermon
true.
go like 1.6, 1.7 even as high
Yeah.
as that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
I
I'll-
think that's wrong, but
yeah, me too.
I'm an outlier, obviously. So
And I think
Mhm.
going into the draft, his running back situation that he had, I think he knew he needed to take some shots, and so getting the guys that he got,
Yeah.
I think was with that intent was okay. Let me try and fill some holes here.
Yeah,
his
Um,
team might be
Definitely.
good enough that it doesn't matter. He has a shot at getting like 5 points a week out of the running back position. Like he's starting one. All he needs is one of Sanders, Moss, Sermon, or Singletary to put up points, and he'll be all right. So
yeah, yeah, because he could roll a pretty solid wide receiver core every week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
but
Oh, yeah,
but
that-
he's thin. He's thin. So
Yeah, but I'm
this is another one where
injury riddled last year and still did it. So
that's true.
yeah,
Josh
yeah, we got
Allen
Chase
over my
Young
head.
at defensive end. Like, yeah, his line is
Yeah.
sick, dude. His defensive line is awesome.
Yeah, what Akeem Nicks?
Yeah.
Akeem Hicks.
Buckner.
Yeah, Buckner,
Buckner.
Chris Jones, Chase Young, especially like they're like Chris Jones might end up getting reclassified as a defensive end.
Mhm.
Really?
He's almost guaranteed 60 points a game out of his defensive line. So
Yeah,
that's
Joseph
pretty
Day
sweet.
is
That's a
Right.
good
Joseph
fucking
Day is a
line.
beast.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move it on out. All right,
Move
so
on,
all right, here's mine. Go ahead, boys.
Move it on
Knock
down.
yourselves
Oh,
out.
all right. I just want to say right off the back, this team sucks. It's probably going to be wearing Pete's helmet. Don't get me wrong. I can see you clearly tried your best, but
Preach.
it looks to me like, you know, any team that has Deshaun Watson on it at this point,
Tell him.
you're you know, it's a race to the bottom and you're leading.
What the fuck am I supposed to do at this point? He fits. You don't fucking trade him now. What are you talking about?
It's a race to the bottom, and you're leading.
Well,
Um,
I don't think Sean has a bad team.
No.
I just think you are starting rookies on both offense and defense. And that feels risky. Like you're relying on Chase being the man from day one for
Not
you to live up to the
necessarily.
placement you put yourself here.
Not necessarily. I'm actually not thinking that. I've got what I would, if I was putting in a starting lineup today, it's Justin Jefferson, Deontay Johnson, Ayuk,
Mhm.
Saquon, and Antonio Gibson.
Okay.
And TJ Hawkinson.
and TJ
That's a
Hawkins.
good
yeah.
fucking starting
Deontay
lineup.
Johnson
dude.
ever catch a ball? Deontay Johnson's not a starter in a 12-team league at this point, in my opinion.
You're wrong. Sorry.
We'll see.
You are
We'll see.
incorrect.
We've
You don't
got
think you don't think he's a
geriatric
top
can't move
36 wide
Ben
receiver.
Roethlisberger.
He's not a
No, I
top
don't.
36 wide receiver.
I don't think you should be starting 36 wide receivers in this league week to week.
All right.
But I do like your pickup. I do think Matt Stafford's going to pay off big for you this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a real consistent point score right there. I must admit, I'm curious on what we're really going to get out of Saquon Barkley.
I'm
just because-
concerned for the start of the season.
Yeah, I think teams still look at him as we'll put 10 in the box. You know what? We'll put 11 in the box and we'll bring the cheerleaders out of nowhere. We're going to say, you know what? Prove to us you can throw Daniel
Yep.
Jones.
Well,
They got
actually,
Galladay
that,
now.
that does not concern me about Saquon. I'm worried about coming back from the injury.
Being
Saquon will
healthy.
take on all comers.
Yeah.
Come on.
Saquon's
Fair
not
enough,
what
but
I'm worried about with this squad.
Fair enough.
I do agree. My defense, I mean, it was not good, but
But you got
Well, I mean,
pieces.
this is- I mean,
You
this
got
is obviously-
Levante.
sorry, what?
Yeah.
You got Levante. You got Derwin.
Great pick.
Like
Yeah.
people stay healthy. You're good there.
Mhm.
But your defensive line blows. Like, are you starting Paye week one?
No, yeah,
That-
it's
that
not.
feels-
It's It's not great, man. What are you gonna do? I tell you,
I mean, I got burned by Trey Flowers in so many leagues.
Yeah.
I can't buy that he's just suddenly gonna be the man next season.
yeah.
So I feel yeah.
No,
Now,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
the-
Look, why do you think I have so many? I'm taking shots, man. Like it's
Mhm.
hard. It's
Yeah.
hard in the streets for defensive end.
No, it is. I can't buy one and save my life. So if
No.
you're selling,
Now, here's the question: have they made
Yep.
it official? Has Zaven Collins moved to middle or inside linebacker yet?
Who?
Like, have they decided what they're going to do with Zaven Collins?
Oh no, they came out and said that
Maybe.
immediately, man.
Yeah, immediately. So they know they're sliding him in.
Yeah, they immediately gave Jordan Hicks permission to seek a trade. And,
Yeah,
and I think that
Fair
will
enough.
happen. I think that will happen.
Yeah.
Like there'll be injuries in
Didn't-
camp. Somebody will deal for him.
didn't
Yeah.
Zaven Collins just go to jail like
He
like
got
2
it was
weeks
a
ago or
speeding
something
ticket.
like that?
It was a
Oh.
speed.
Yeah, man.
He wasn't drunk driving or anything. He was driving like an
Nah.
asshole, but
Rookie contract, new car,
Yeah.
test it out.
yeah.
He'll be all right.
Fair.
You know, it happens.
I like
I mean,
the
he
Collins
might-
pick.
he's probably
I
gonna
like
have to-
Collins.
Yeah, he was going so far over the speeding limit that he might. Well, I mean, he's an NFL player. He's not going to jail for it, but I mean,
Nah,
he's going to get
He might-
seriously fined for it.
there'll be some community service. They'll do a commercial or three. You'll be good.
Yeah,
But
Well, and
again, I mean, that's my point. I feel like you're relying on a lot of rookie second year dudes to live up to their utmost potential. And in the points you assign these players, I think you presume they're gonna hit that upside. And I
but
think
yeah,
there's
it's
a
my
chance
team,
that
dude.
doesn't
Of
happen
course, there's
here.
some rose-colored glasses.
Well, and I'll say this as well.
You are taking this personally. God,
we-
Well,
we-
you were originally on the same tier as me, so I had some shots lined. I had a few in the chamber already.
I'll say this also. Remember where Sean's team came from, and to what it is now. You know, because he
Started
did go
from the
into
bottom. Now
Yeah.
he's in the middle.
and
but
he's
yeah,
not
you kind
allowed.
of have to go to the middle to get to the top. You freaking smart ass.
Not if you're Corey. At Corey, you start at the top and you stay there.
yeah,
Um,
Born on third base.
the
Got home a few times.
but I mean, you had probably the most draft capital in the league
oh,
this year.
absolutely.
Easily.
Well,
Um,
Larry fucking handed him Javante for no reason.
You're.
I
Oh, thank you.
traded for
Oh,
one
Thank you very much.
I traded for 1-6 knowing fucking Larry was gonna take Trevor Lawrence at 1-5. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Javante. I'll trade Justin Herbert for Javante. And no, I got fucking stuck with Waddle, which I'm not happy about. So
Yeah,
I'm very
well,
bitter.
I was pretty happy with that deal.
What was it, like 1-5 for
110,
110 and a
210,
late
something like that.
second?
Yeah, 110,
Yeah.
210, I think. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm not a
Okay.
believer in Justin Fields. I think that's
really.
yeah. I just don't see it. We'll see.
Why?
I don't think he matters in this league, whether you're a believer or not. Like,
yeah,
if you're
true.
not like a top 3 quarterback, then who the fuck cares?
Dwayne
Lamar Jackson
Haskins.
could matter.
Yeah. But I mean,
Well,
it's
Aaron
also
Rodgers
the mid,
matters.
I also got him in the mid second, but I do like
Yeah.
Justin Fields. I think his rushing floor makes him could be a rushing floor, man. Like, give me those.
Does he
We'll see what
run?
happens.
Num, 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 num.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
My
don't
thing with
know.
Justin Fields is that I don't have a problem with Justin Fields. I have a problem with Chicago.
True.
Yeah.
And maybe-
I don't believe in them.
And maybe that's part of my problem is that the fact his landing spot was Chicago. And I don't know. I don't see long-term, overall success in Justin Fields' future. Like we saw, or like we hope to see and like here in Jacksonville for Trevor Lawrence, even though I'm not a Jags fan, I just hope that the NFL franchise does good so I can go watch them play.
Yeah, right.
But I look at him now. I don't have a lot of high hopes for Zach Wilson either. This was a draft class for me at quarterback, even with Lawrence, where people are like, "Oh, he's the first can't miss prospect since Andrew Luck," and I'm like, "But is he?
Yeah.
Is he really?"
I personally believe in him.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Um,
The haircut and talking about his religion too much. I was out on Trevor Lawrence.
But I mean, overall, your draft, Sean, I mean, you definitely addressed some holes. And as I said with our last conversation, you got Richie Grant at 412, and I think he's by far the best safety in this draft. And I think that kid is gonna be next level.
Yeah, he
He
was
just-
the only safety I was even thinking about drafting.
And he's the one from your alma mater, Corey.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, Sean, I don't know. I think next year you belong in the tier. This year feels a little soon, but we'll see.
Yeah, we
It could pan out.
But you could trade me Justin Jefferson. I would take that.
No.
I need
just
one
gave-
more
I just
elite
gave
wide
up
receiver.
J.K. Dobbins plus to get him. No.
I would have traded you Justin Jefferson. He's on my sell list.
I wanted him bad. So
All right, moving on. To Corey. Somebody besides Corey talk about the team.
honestly, from top to bottom, Corey's squad is really solid. The only issue I have, and it's not a matter of consistency, it's kind of situational issues, is Roethlisberger and Carr at quarterback. And if we're talking for next season, I think you're fine next season. And I think you're definitely a contender for the championship again.
Yeah.
It's just a year or two down the road, what's going to happen.
QB though, it's replaceable, and with the rest of his team, who cares? Like, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Well, he started Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams.
Probably still Julio.
Probably still Julio, but I'm not that.
Yeah, it's
He
been
takes a
Julio.
hit moving teams.
We'll see.
It's just that's very rare for a team, especially an older wide receiver, to change teams and keep the same production.
I will say this:
It'll
if
still be
Ertz
good.
ends up anywhere other than Philly, it's a good thing for you.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I need just one of Ingram, Komet, Ertz, Fant, and Pitts to like live up to their upside, and I'll feel pretty good at tight end. Like that's one where I didn't.
Tight ends.
And that's
Just
why
give me all of
I
the tight
didn't
ends.
feel
All
like
of your
any of
tight
them
ends are
were a
belong to
slam
me.
dunk. I acquired them all before Pitts, I suppose. Like once I had
Yeah.
Pitts, I felt pretty good. Shit,
yeah,
maybe I'll
also-
end up starting Tebow every week. We'll see.
Thanks for taking Pitts, dude.
I mean,
Oh, you're welcome. I could afford to go with the upside over
Yeah.
the safe pick of Chase. So
Yeah. Well, no, you made me not have to make that decision, because then I would have had to take them, and taking a tight end is not what I needed to do there.
yeah, and a tight end premium, I would have taken. I really strongly considered Pitts 101 in the super flex league we have,
Yeah.
and I
Agree.
thought he was more likely to fall to me at 1-4, and he got taken 1-3, which broke my heart. So
Uh,
you know,
So what's your
we'll get to
defense
that later.
Hey, Corey, let me ask you something right quick.
Yeah.
In the event that a trade is made and Rodgers pops up in Denver with Noah Fant, is there a possibility that you would start Noah Fant and Kyle Pitts on the same week?
Oh, for sure,
Nice.
for sure.
That'd be a heck of a play.
Yeah, no, I would. I mean, but behind Cook and Henry,
yeah.
and I feel like I have like 4 locked in starters with Cook, Henry, Adams, and Julio.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then where my team's pretty solid is I just have a really deep bench for anyone to hit their upside. Like suddenly I have
Yeah.
another weekly, like Dobbins hits its upside, then he's starting every week. If
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
Fant, or if it's Claypool or
Yeah.
Judy or Swift,
Mhm.
like I've just got a good mix of like guarantees. You know, nothing's guaranteed in fantasy, and dart, like really strong dart throws.
Yeah.
And they're not, it's wrong to call them dart throws because they're like, you know, first
they're-
round rookie picks, stuff like that. But, you know,
Players on the
guys I wouldn't bet the house on. Like
Yeah.
the kind of guys all over Sean's roster. Like
Yep.
those are the guys on my bench. So
No, because you
Yeah.
got to start one of them, don't you? Yeah.
Burn.
I do have to start one of them.
Yeah.
I have to start one of the 6. So we'll see.
Yeah, but you're also getting like that this year. Good job, man. You're getting old.
I think that's what sets me apart from the teams above me is I've done a good job staying young with
Mhm.
with my old as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I've
just-
gotten lucky. Like I traded for John's pick and it turned into 1-3. I had it projected as like 1-5 through 1-8. I didn't think I'd be taking a tight end at 1-3, but
Oh.
it
Well,
worked
and-
out the way it worked out.
yeah.
I just got done trashing the Bears, but you also have Cole Kmet on your taxi squad at tight end,
Right.
who we'll see. Jury's still out, but I mean could definitely still turn into something
Yeah,
favorable
Fields
there.
can't throw further downfield than he'll be. So
And like I said earlier, you've got Jerry Judy and Henry Ruggs sitting down there as well. So and the only other like question mark, and I don't even think it's fair to say it's a question mark, but is on the IDP side. You've got some guys that are like known performers, but it's the question of like, are they going to perform? Kenny Clark, Leonard Williams, they're guys that they're capable of getting close to the 200-point mark, just haven't been there recently.
I'm
And
thin
Yeah,
at
the
defensive
defense
end and
is pretty
linebacker.
old.
Yeah, defensive end and linebacker worry me. We'll see
Yeah.
if Wagner's got to fall off at some point, and I don't have a
Yeah.
lot behind him. So
True.
well, is
We'll-
Terrell
we'll
Adams
see.
going to start this year?
I
Good
need
question.
I hope so.
Because he was a spot
I-
starter last year and got 181 points while other guys were
Wait,
injured.
in Buffalo, I mean, if he's doing anything in Buffalo, it's probably strong side. He's barely going to be on the field, man. They got Tremaine Edmonds and Milano. He's not starting.
He was it Edmonds he started for last year who was injured?
No, Terrell Adams was on Houston last year.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Right, Corey?
Yes, yeah, he was. Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Okay.
He was in
Yeah, he
Houston,
was
in-
and he started when what's his face got hurt, and just
McKinney.
he was a stud.
Okay, so I'm
was-
right that
he
he
was
was
wo-
starting for somebody that was hurt. Okay.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
just
I
wasn't in
mean-
Buffalo. My
Yeah.
bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, we'll
Uh,
see. I think the thing I feel okay with is I got some holes, but I got the depth to plug some of those holes if I decide to. I'll probably start 0-4 again and try to tank, and then none of you fuckers will trade with me, and then I'll end up winning it
Back
all
into the
again.
damn
So we'll see.
playoffs 2 years in a row.
It's
And that
history
safety
repeats
squad,
itself.
that safety squad, by the way, with Buda Baker and Kari
I don't-
Willis. Are
I don't know
just-
if I would have made the playoffs without Buda Baker. He came through in the clutch for me so many fucking times last year.
He's such an awesome player to have on your team. I fucking love him.
Yeah.
Well,
Herbert
Kari-
or Buda were my MVPs for sure.
last 3 weeks of the season, Kari went for 25, 20, and 17.5. So
Yeah.
Yep.
that's pretty strong as well. So
All right, let's stop knobbing Corey's team and take a look at his draft real quick.
Wait, a little more, a little more.
Nope, zero,
Finished it.
zero more for you.
I haven't finished
All
yet.
right. All right, so we already talked about, he got Pitts, got Waddle. And then it was just all late round picks after that.
Yeah.
From Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle Trask could turn into something. Who knows? He might be better than Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Just, wow, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I just had to throw that shot out there.
Garrett Patterson's probably better than Gibson too, so we'll see.
Wow, you suck.
Ooh.
You just
I'm not better.
bye. All right, moving on to Spitting Llamas. This guy has the worst freaking luck, Chris.
I don't mess
his
with Chavo
team-
no more.
His
Uh-uh.
team looks awesome on paper, and he just
Every
year gets screwed somehow, some way.
I don't know,
Poor
man.
fucking
He
Chris.
gets me in every league where there's always a trade that I feel super great about, and then like after week 2, I feel super terrible about.
Oh no, I've made trades with him that looked good when it happened, and immediately afterward just fucked. I got bent over.
And here's the thing: I guarantee when he sent you that trade, he was inebriated.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's why we. That's why we.
That actually
trade
makes
talk
me
so
feel
much.
better about it all.
And he sends it, and it's like, is he drunk? Like, seriously, this trade? I'm taking this. And next
Yep.
thing I know, I'm paying for it for 3 straight seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He reaps what he sows, though. It's the karma that gets him, I think.
Well, on his squad, like top to bottom, it is great. It's
Yeah.
for me, the real question mark is I mean, obviously Alvin Kamara is just a beast of a running back. If he's healthy, guy
Yes,
just
sir.
is
If
Yeah.
your
all
question
around.
mark is Kamara, that says something about his squad for sure.
well. The
Right?
rest of it is like the rest of his depth. Joe Mixon is hot and cold. You've valued him in your scoring point total here is a 15. I don't have him that high
I got him
personally.
that for
Well, the
this
thing-
year. for this
Well, the
year.
thing is, he gets
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
He's in a situation where he gets a ton of opportunity,
Yeah.
and,
then-
that can go a long way.
And CEH Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the other one. Beyond that, it's nothing. Like
Yeah, but that's a pretty solid 1, 2, 3 at running back, man.
Pretty much.
What's crazy is that's the hole that I see in this squad. I think it's top to bottom again, one of the
Yeah.
best teams in the league.
That's wide
I
receivers
don't-
are great.
You said
But,
it best, Chris. You're crazy. Like that. You only need to start one.
Yeah.
I think Kamara, Mixon, Edwards-Helaire. I think Mixon and CEH are maybe underrated at this point.
Mhm.
Like maybe
CEH.
not so much in the way Sean ranked them, but like CEH, I think is an RB1 guaranteed this year.
I don't know if I go that
And-
far, but like
Yeah, and
high-
that-
high end
Guaranteed.
too.
Lock it in.
2. Yeah. Well, not my guess. My gut is for this season, if Burrow comes back completely healthy from the leg injury, which I think we all anticipate he will, and the wide receiver cores that they have, I just see them slinging the ball all over the yard.
Well, yeah, because
Yep.
it's probably like if
Mixon
their
can
defense
catch
is
the
so
ball.
bad, they're going to be down too.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference in that is that Burrow is going to be slinging the ball, but Mixon can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Mixon can
But
catch
I'm-
the ball.
Like,
But we
like,
talked about it
that
earlier.
helps a lot.
I mean, we
The
talked about it earlier.
receptions don't count, but the yards do. The
Yeah.
touchdowns
Yeah, well,
do. I feel good about Mixon in this league.
Yeah,
Mhm.
He's got Devin White on defense. He's loaded up everywhere.
Yeah.
He's strong. That wide receiver core is
I love
legit
it.
too.
I love seeing the fact that AJ Brown and Cooper Cup are there to give. I got a lot of stock in Cooper Cup. I think he's
And-
going to get a ton of
And
opportunity.
Thielen should still have a good. I got him having one
Mhm.
more good year.
Yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster and Russell Gage's stock just went way up with Julio leaving town. So
Yeah,
I think
Well-
tight end is another kind of question mark for him, but we'll see.
yeah, but I mean,
Hey-
it is for most teams.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
and
Irv
the-
Smith,
tight
like,
end's the one.
he's
Tight end's
got
the
a
one
good
spot
shot.
where you can take a hit if you can swing 7 to 15 points out of a week at tight end. You're doing fine.
at 15 points, you're living large.
Yeah.
At tight end.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the
Sign
thing
me
is
up.
that the thing is that it's inconsistent. You know,
Yeah.
if you can get 7 points, you're good. But a touchdown, 50 yards, you're in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
what? Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, maybe Hawkinson.
yeah, Hawkins is amazing.
After that,
Yeah,
it's
Mark
pretty much. I mean,
Andrews.
that's why I have 5 of them. So,
Mhm.
like,
no,
True.
but he doesn't. Irv is someone I would, if I was putting money on
Mhm.
someone, he's in my class of people I would put money on rising to that top tier. So
the
We'll see.
upshot guys.
he could trade Burrow for something to help him out there too.
Uh,
Like he
yeah,
doesn't. He's
Have you
he's
tried
got
to trade a
Mahomes. Who's
quarterback
he
in this
starting?
league? Nobody will
Oh,
give you
just-
anything.
Reach out to Richard. He'll get something.
I had to sell a kidney for Russell Wilson.
True.
Yeah, I'll go. Chris, hit me up. I need get me Burrow. Get me Burrow. Get me.
Ding.
CEH. I'll trade you 2 running
Oh, Chris is
backs.
actually
Get you
keeping
some
track. Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, and his
Got him.
defense, dude. Aaron Donald.
No, but Chris, for real, if you offer me Adam Thielen one more fucking time, I am blocking your email.
Good
job,
that
Aaron.
dude is dying on your roster, man. All right, let's get in. Oh wait, let's take a look at his draft.
Which was
Oh, did we
Decent.
go through his defense?
Did he-
Having
Did he draft
Uh,
anyone? Like he had a bunch of late picks, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. There he is.
He took St. Rob.
I
Brown.
got- I
What's
got
that
Jamin
dude's
Davis.
name?
Same
Too
draft.
high.
Did we
Whatever,
go
yeah.
through how good this defense can possibly be?
Well, that
Yeah, it
defense
is.
is
Like from Aaron Donald to Miles
Yeah.
Garrett to Miles Jack and CJ. We don't know if CJ Mosley's gonna play with. That's like, but Jayon Brown, That's a good amount
He
of power
doesn't
to
need
work.
CJ Mosley to play is the thing. Ryan wishes he had Chris's defense for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Aaron
that's something.
Donald, Miles Garrett. What, you said you got Devin White too? Yeah, Devin White. Jamin Davis is gonna hoover up tackles as a rookie.
And I wouldn't put
Mhm.
Miles Jack up in that category because with the Jags moving to a traditional 3-4, he's definitely going to be probably
I
moving
could-
to the
He's
moving outside.
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
moving him to the outside? I did not
And
know
that's
that.
that's what everybody's talking about here is that he's going to be playing on the outside,
Who
which
else
is
is
his
gonna be in the
natural
middle?
position.
Wait, who's gonna, yeah,
Uh,
who's gonna be in the middle?
You got
Joe
Schobert, and
Schobert?
who else?
Golly, you're going to make me go look it up.
Because I need to go to the waiver wire real quick. Because it's probably somebody from the waiver wire.
He might be on my squad. It might be Damian Williams.
Oh, Jesus,
Um,
gross.
Mm,
Yeah, and he is. Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, like I said.
mm.
Uh,
He doesn't really have that game breaking safety, but I don't know that he needs it either.
Well, yeah,
No,
Simmons.
With the
Simmons and
linebacking core
Winfield,
like that, you're only starting one safety, and anything at that point gets a bonus.
hey, we have to start two. But he's got Simmons and Winfield.
Oh, yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Buddha on my team or Adams on IDPs. Like, I don't know. It's nitpicking in this tier, in
Yeah, it
this format,
absolutely
in
is.
this
Your
league.
defense is trash. His defense is way better than yours.
We'll see.
Mhm.
Yo,
go see.
Buddha
You
for
can see it
Garrett.
right now.
Hit me
Look
up,
at the
hit me up,
file
Chris.
in front of you. You've got a good team, Corey, but your defense is trash. Come on.
But yo, I'm not arguing. That's my Achilles heel for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, it's.
I just
it's,
can't bring myself to trade for defense. Fuck defense.
Sorry,
You- Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Joe Schobert and Damian Wilson is the projected inside linebacker starters with
Okay.
Leon Jacobs and Miles Jack on the outside.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I had not realized that. So, yeah, Miles Jack should not have had that ranking I gave him. That goes to the
I
Well-
need to change. I need to reevaluate my situation.
Yeah, and I would say wait for training camp to come through and make
I don't
sure
think-
that's going to be the case. But they're definitely moving to the 3-4 because they're going to put Josh Allen and Chase on the outside.
Mm.
Also, Chase Allen just
That
got
probably
fucked.
hurts Josh Allen too.
God damn.
Yeah.
And
Fuck, I need to go trade my Josh Allen
everyone who
shares.
watches this, we need to switch to true
Wait,
position for the love
yeah.
of God.
Give me like 2 weeks before you post this. Let me go trade some Josh Allen's first. I got a lot of Josh Allen's.
Right.
I'm putting it
Yeah,
up
but-
immediately.
But for what it's worth, Chavez and his spitting llamas are a very,
That's a
very
strong team.
formidable
I don't know.
squad.
I don't know why he's not getting into more championship games, man. This is bad luck.
He needs to be like docked some points for being unlucky. Though.
Well, and I would like. I would be interested in his percentage of starting the right player as well. How much of this comes down to having a really talented team, but maybe not starting the right guys in the right weeks.
I mean, he's
Oh,
probably
no.
drunk every time he submits a lineup too. So
Who is it?
Right.
All right,
oh, eight.
let's get to it. The perennial favorite, notorious IDP.
My punching bag.
I here's the thing. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if anybody can step to that running back core.
Yeah,
I-
if
I
that
just-
running back
I-
core stays healthy, dear God.
There are times when that running back core can outscore a whole team on themselves.
Yeah.
By themselves, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, what he made it
Yeah.
to he made it to one of the championship or like conference championship games without McCaffrey. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, but let's not pretend that QB room is trash.
oh,
That's
it's garbage. But
Oh,
he
no,
doesn't
terrible.
care. I've tried
Yeah.
to sell him a QB so many times. He's like, I don't give a shit about QB. Why do I need a
He
QB?
doesn't want. He doesn't
Doesn't
want a
matter.
QB.
He-
Me and him
he
see
will-
eye
he-
to eye on that
He
point.
will pay nothing for QB.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
The
You can't
problem I
blame him.
have with Ryan's team is it
And
is
it keeps
aging
beating you?
out. Like Zeke might not have that much time left.
Evans,
A-Rob might not have that much time left. Evans is getting up there. Like
AJ Green
Kelsey.
is already done. I thought
Oh,
AJ
yeah.
Green would have
Green's
walked the
done.
other day.
Michael Thomas, like he's there
an
still,
old
but
team.
no Breeze. Like
And yeah, in a couple of years.
the
he
wheels
can
are
bring it
gonna
down.
fall off one of these years.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got to rebuild.
I mean, and his IDPs too. That's where it really hurts him. He's got JJ and JPP, and
Yeah.
like, I mean, he's got some guys with Roquan, and Danielle Hunter should be around for a while.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
Gracious, how do you got Travis Kelce
And he's-
Andrews?
He's got
he
AJ
traded me
Espincina.
fat too, so I was trying to get Kelsey. You wouldn't give him to me.
Yeah, what? He's in a championship window. Why would he trade Kelsey?
He needs to get younger. I think I was offering him like 2 firsts or something like that, plus something. I can't remember.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
Don't-
it'd probably be 2 first plus, and he's still. Yeah, why trade Kelsey? But it's such an obvious advantage, and you're trying to win a ship. Like,
Yeah, don't get me
He
wrong.
ain't gonna win a ship.
2022 might be a rough time for him, but 2021 looks damn good.
yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. We're talking about 2020.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
and if we're being
that's a tough out.
like his and I'll say this to kind of maybe not fully counter Corey's point. There's definitely some players on that squad on the IDP side that are going to age out,
Yeah,
but there's still a lot of young talented guys on there with Jamal Adams,
yeah,
Roquan Smith, specifically like at defensive end with Romeo Aquara, which I think a lot of people sleep on,
Right.
and AJ, and I always butcher this dude's last name, Epinesa from Buffalo. I think he's a starter this year, and I think you're going to see big things out of him.
yeah.
Mhm.
They literally just drafted 2 defensive ends. You don't do that if you're sold on the guy you just took the year before.
That's also Buffalo's MO. They
Well, yeah, but
play
then they all
strong.
eat into each other's production.
Yeah.
Like, when's the last time you wanted to start a Buffalo defensive end?
Well, maybe not a
They
defensive end.
rotate. They rotate all the time, man.
Yeah,
They
I
get
just
the snaps.
I think you're going to see a big step up though in that kid's play. So I think one thing Ryan is really good at is identifying the defensive players, and kind of doing something with them. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
we'll
got
see.
Roquan. AJ Milano is solid. AJ Johnson. I mean, for this year, AJ Johnson's going to get tackles.
Mhm.
Anthony Walker's probably going to eat up tackles too.
Mhm.
I love Devondre Campbell in Green Bay now.
Oh yeah, no
also.
shit. Yeah.
I think that's a big win for Packers fans
Yeah.
like Corey and Richard.
But plus
Um,
for Ryan, like, because that
Yeah.
position eats, and when it comes to tackles.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
um,
Mhm.
his draft wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. My 2
He-
favorite picks are both wide receivers, the Devontae Smith and the Josh Palmer pick. I care
Elijah
less.
Moore is going a lot higher now than he was when he took him.
Who
Yeah, Elijah
Elijah
Moore.
Moore getting a lot of
he-
training camp hype, so we'll see.
is he going higher in the first?
Yeah,
Where's he
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
now?
I think there are a lot of people that feel like the Jets are gonna, rookies are gonna play and get work.
Yeah, but Jets is going to Jets.
we'll see. That's all. They got
True, but I mean, like, you
the
have to
new
think, Robbie-
coaching staff.
Yeah, Robbie
got the best
Anderson
coach,
had a
yeah.
terrible team and put up scores 2 years straight on a really crappy Jets team. Just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment. I'm an SEC football guy, so I watch it a lot, but I don't see a 5'9", 184-pound guy going in and playing
But-
anything other
But you
than the
said you
slot.
like the Devonta Smith pick.
Yeah, I could not draft Devonta Smith, man. I mean, him going at 109, he's such an outlier, dude.
Yeah, I like the pick because of the fact of his pedigree, and I'll be honest with that one. I'm a little bit of a snob because of his pedigree on that one.
Yeah.
And I don't see him having to compete the way Elijah Moore will for catches. I think Devontae Smith is going to be a target from day one.
We'll see.
And that's also Josh Palmer.
Yeah, but
with-
then Keanu O'Neal's going to hit him and he's going to break in half.
it's true. It's possible. It's very possible. But I think that Josh Palmer pick is a good sleeper pick as well. Kid out of Tennessee who's going to be playing for the Chargers.
Yeah.
He'll probably be starting when old Mike gets
Yeah, when
hurt,
Mike
so-
Evans jumps 10 feet in the air and falls on his head.
Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
Just on a simple note though, going back to Devontae Smith, remember there was always the Deshaun Jackson effect.
Mhm.
Like it happens. Guys who know how to get open,
Yep.
get open. But like plain and simple. And if you can make big catches, I don't think his window for success is as long as others, and I don't think his ceiling is as high as, let's say, a Jamar Chase. But can you get 2 or 3 good seasons? Say, okay, 1 or 2 good seasons of him running long routes and making big plays?
Yeah,
I would say that.
And what else was
I'm
there?
out
to-
on him, man. He's too freaking
but
too skinny, and he didn't break out till he was a senior. Those are you
But
look
let's
at
be
you look at
real.
the analytics.
Devonta
It's
Smith.
pretty clear that those are big red flags, man. I mean, he could be Marvin Harrison, but
Another good example.
no,
Yes.
there's one.
That's
There's
great.
one good example. Marvin Harrison.
No, but Deshaun Jackson's another good example.
Yeah.
They're completely different players. Deshaun Jackson was a speed demon.
even if he's a bust, he's
Like,
starting
small
Evans,
and gets open.
Robinson,
Yeah.
Davis over him probably.
Oh.
Davis is in a decent spot. He's got Michael Thomas. I missed Michael Thomas. He's
Oh.
got fucking Michael Thomas too. So like he doesn't need him.
No, he doesn't. No, no.
Moore,
Yeah.
Smith, and Palmer were all like luxury picks for
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
He was in a good
100%.
spot to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
True.
And
Yeah,
take
honestly,
some dart throws.
at
Yeah.
1.9, at 1.9, and when you are picking for luxury,
Yeah.
like your choice was Devontae Smith, Micah Parsons. He turned around at 111 and got Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
Like there's
Mhm.
there weren't
True.
a lot of players that you would look at and go, "Oh, I'm gonna put that person above Devontae
No.
Smith."
No,
Well,
at
because-
109, you take Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you have to ask yourself the question.
Yeah.
As far as potential to be more productive, were you willing to take Terrence Williams at 109?
I took Rashad Bateman over him. And
Which was wrong, but that's okay.
no, I don't.
There you
believe
go.
it was. He's a better wide receiver.
I mean,
I'm not
Ryan's
I'm
just
not
in a
happy
very
about
good
Baltimore,
position.
but he's a good fucking wide receiver, man.
Yeah.
You're a better man than I to take a Baltimore receiver.
Well,
I
I
wouldn't touch
passed
him.
on AJ Brown a couple of years ago, and now Chavez has.
I mean,
him. Yeah.
you could say the same for Philadelphia wide
True.
receivers too,
Mhm.
like or Jets wide receivers. But to me, Ryan's he could just take best player available,
Yeah,
slide him in
Mhm.
on his bench because he doesn't need a starter and like
yeah.
hope for the
That's true.
best.
That's all bonus money at that point.
Like,
for
right,
him.
yeah, he's playing with house money for sure.
Yeah,
And maybe I'm a little shell shocked, but living in Jacksonville, when all the stories started to come out about Bateman, I was like, "Is this RJ Soward? Like, who the hell is this guy?"
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're old. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, I have no
Really?
idea what you're talking about.
Jarvis is the only guy who knows RJ Soward.
RJ Soward was out of SC, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had mental health issues to some degree.
Mhm.
That ended up preventing him from really seeing his full potential. And there's a lot of people that were saying
Absolutely.
it's the same thing, that Rashad Bateman has some mental health issues that may
I haven't even heard anything about that.
really.
I mean, either.
Wow.
Maybe you should do some research before you draft these guys.
I told you, this is the first research I've done.
that right there, that's
This
a deep
offseason.
dive.
Yeah. No,
I
but
didn't see anything about the mental health stuff. I saw nothing. That's weird.
Mm.
yeah, there were just a few outlier stories. And they were talking about how it could affect his draft stock,
But
which it did a little.
He was a first round wide receiver. Like,
So
So was RJ Soward.
yes.
all right. All right. You guys want
All
to,
right.
we good? We're going to wrap it up?
So we shall. Why don't we do a segment like this? Why don't we do this to wrap it up? What's your take? Big time player. Like who's the player that you say you need, you want, you're willing to trade anything for?
Oh, no,
Breakout
this where we
year is
shop?
coming.
We shop for trades like Corey's been doing the whole thing.
Yeah, well, no, but no, I'm saying who's the guy, who's the impact guy for you this season? Like who are you really looking at?
Honestly, I'm probably done trading for now, man.
Well, no, not trading.
I've been
but
making moves.
in general, as you're watching the season, who's your number one? Who's the guy that you think is gonna make the biggest impact?
Sure.
Any position, wide open. Just call one.
I'd say my favorite player in the league to watch right now is Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills quarterback, not to be confused with the Jags defensive guy.
Yeah, he's fun.
I just, by far, I think he stepped up amazing last season. I think another season in that system with Diggs, having the offseason to work with him, and obviously this hopefully not being a COVID-based season. I think you're going to see some real upswing, even more so than last year, in that offense and what they're capable of doing. So I think they're going to be fun to watch.
I want to see Lance. I want to see Lance on the field. I want to see what's going on there. I want to find out if it's legit or what, man. Is this guy really going to do it? That could be real fun.
Yeah, for me, guys, I've been trying to buy this offseason. J.K. Dobbins, Kyle Pitts, just guys I think will be in that upper echelon this year, next year, and are not quite being valued at that level. Like, I think one of the J.K. shares I got him and something decent for Akers or whatever. So like, guys up selling Akers. I'm trying to hold on to a couple of shares, but people are valuing Akers like a top 5 running back right now. And if you could get that from him, like I got Dalvin Cook straight up for Akers, which I might regret in 2 years, but I think I'll feel pretty good about that this year. So, I constantly, try to get younger, but also try to buy low on, but the studs where you can too. So I don't have one single guy. I think JK is probably the one I've traded for the most this offseason. So
I got one. I'm gonna say two just because I'm gonna be greedy, but I got high hopes for DK Metcalf. So in all my kind of redraft league, I do see him as a number 1 or 2 receiver this year. I really, something in the air tells me he's got everything to make up as a big time breakout. But I would say my guy that I'm actually doing a lot of trading for is actually Deebo Samuel. I'm trying to buy low on him and pick him up because, again, if that offense gets to clicking, I think he could be a very high value wide receiver 2 on that team.
Well, you just got to stay healthy, which he is never done.
People are not valuing Deebo at his upside right now, for sure.
Because again,
and a lot of younger guys are valued at their upside, so that feels like a good buy opportunity to me, for sure.
Well, to quote Tom Brady, and if they wouldn't have kept that motherfucker over him, I think Deebo's ceiling would be massive at this moment. So yeah, I think that's
true. Well, they got Trey now, right?
Yeah, like I said.
This is what I said. This is why I rate Trey so high. Trey can walk into a team or inherit a team that has Deebo, Ayuk, and Kittles, and a strong running back committee behind him. Like that's a great situation for a rookie quarterback to walk into.
Yeah.
And the kid can sling it, so
that should be a fun team to watch.
There you go.
I hate the Niners.
Fair enough.
What? That's a wait, what's a word I'm looking for? Yuppie, rich white people team. Fuck that team. The biggest fair weather fans in all the land. They won't shut up when they're winning.
A true Raider fan right there.
I was about to say, spoken like a true Raider fan.
While we're at it, Matt Stafford is a racist.
What? Please tell me you're joking. What?
He's from Georgia. You never know.
Do not level accusations like that, sir.
First he throws out there that Richard is a Trump voter twice over. And now we got Matthew Stafford's a racist. Next thing we know, Philip Rivers is going to be a Mormon because he's got 17 kids.
No, Zach Wilson's the Mormon.
Oh man,
it's good stuff.
All right, y'all.
Food in me, man. Let's call this.
That being said, great job today, everybody.
Peace, everybody.
Later,
Good
boys.
fun.
It's fun.
Cheers, you
know.
guys.
Later.
Good stuff. Have a good one.